What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Face Show. Welcome to my channel. So, y'all, let's just get into it. So, um, rapper Young Scooter has passed away at 39, and it's quite a mystery to his passing. So, a lot of people have their own suspicions about what really happened because they say the police was called out um, to a resident in the 200 block of William Nye in Atlanta City, in William Nye Drive in Atlanta. Um, they said that the call was called out that there was some shooting going on and that a woman had been drugged back into the home of where this was supposed to have taken place. So when they get there, the police comes out. They say when the police get there, they go to the door. First of all, let me just say, the guy that was that passed away, Young Scooter, his real name is Kenneth Bailey. Let me just say that he was a 39-year-old rapper from North Carolina. He also he transitioned to Atlanta to, I guess, better his rap career, to move forward in his rap career. I'm gonna give y'all a little background of it. Um, what happened is the police was called out on the 200 block of William Nye out in Atlanta. I guess he was a known rapper out there trying to, make it big in the city. So they said the was called out, and it was supposed to be been some shooting had taken place at this particular place. And when they got there, they went to the door. It was two males. They say that they opened the door, but they closed it back, and then the two male that was in the home fled the home and ran through the backyard. One male returned. The other male jumped to fence, which is the rapper Young Scooter. He supposedly had jumped to fence. When they got to him, after the police was called out, they set a perimeter around the house. So it's said they're trying to say that these guys was actually in custody when this happened. So I'm trying to, it's really funny. And they kind of trying to say when they got there, they put a perimeter around the house because the guys opened the door and closed it back and then ran out the back. So in other words, they're trying to say they were in police custody, but there were no gunshots shot by the police. And this young man ended up passing away by jumping two fences and breaking a major bone, which is the femur. I broke my femur before, maybe 30 some years ago. But that's a major big bone in your body to break. It's close to your arteries. So what they're saying is he broke his femur and he punctured or fractured his artery or punctured his artery from breaking his femur. Now, and he supposed to have bled out, and that's how he passed away by the time he got to the hospital. Now, everybody think it's kind of suspicious because if you guys say that this man was in custody, and then you also said when you got there, they opened the door and they closed the door, but you also say it was concerning a woman, but when you got to the home, there was no woman to be found. That was another thing. That's another suspicious thing. Like, who actually really called? Like, was this a prank call? Did somebody make it up? So this man is dead based on something that's not true. And also they were stating that it was something else that happened not too far from them that was like a shooting. But I'm trying to see how that was tied into this, and I guess it wasn't, but they all announced it at the same. I'm going to drop the clips in my, I'm going to drop the video clips after I get through with my commentary, let y'all know what I think. So, like I said, they was called out to the house. He jumped the fence. He supposedly broke his femur, which is like the biggest bone in his body. This is all alleged right now. Where they said he bled, which the femur caused him to bleed and maybe fracture or puncture his artery, which caused him to die. The artery is in your leg as well as your, that big old bone right there. It could have, because when I snapped my femur, it's poked out. It snapped in half. So they had to put it back together as soon as they did. When the ambulance got to me, they had to actually pull my bone out and pull it back, which was hurting like crazy. That's the horriblest, and it's the biggest bone in your body. That's the horriblest pain you can go through. So I'm not sure if that bone cracked and popped and punctured something, or did the police do something while he was jumping the fence, because they said they had a perimeter around the house. What happened? 911 was called out for a dispute call, saying that shots were being shot, and that a female that was drugged back into the home of two men, and then the two men fled the scene as the police got there. It's crazy. They said there was no indication of anyone else shooting a gun or any other shots at all. It sounds really fishy to me. Really, really, really fishy. They also saying that the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is coming out, which is the GBI, to the location to see what really happened. So they're going to do a major investigation, because it's kind of funny how this boy jumped two fences. You know niggas know how to jump fence. Did he break his leg? I'm sure that could possibly happen. I'm not winging any of this stuff out. I'm just saying it just sounds crazy to me. But where's the woman? That's what I want to know. Where's the girl that supposedly had called the police? Where's the girl that was supposed to be drugged back into the home? I'm not sure who called the police, but if this was pertaining to a woman, where is the woman? I want to know, where is the man that returned back to the home after he fled? What is his story? What is he saying? You know, we're hearing the police say this, but we haven't heard anything about that gentleman that came back to the house after he fled. So they were saying that they rushed him to the Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced, deceased. And this sounds kind of funny, like I said. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm not sure what's going on. But my condolences to his family, his friends, his loved ones, his children, if you have any kids. My heart goes out for him and his family. My heart goes out to all these young new rappers in the world. I'm praying for them all to change, to do something else, because they seem to be heading down the wrong path, and most of them are dying. Like, damn, I wouldn't even want to be a rapper nowadays. You never know what your fate gonna be. But on that note, y'all leave me y'all thoughts and y'all comments about this situation. If y'all have anything that y'all heard that I haven't heard, please leave your comments below. Also, like, share, subscribe to the channel. It helps the algorithm of my channel to get it out there so YouTube can get people to watch it more. On that note, I'm out. You guys have a blessed night. And like I say, please pray for these rappers and their family. Pray for this young man's family, his kids, his loved ones. My condolences to them and everyone else that's affected by this. And I'm out. Everybody have a blessed night. Go ahead and check out these clips, and I'll see y'all next time.
Breaking news right now in the city of Atlanta, where just minutes ago, Atlanta police held a news conference about the death of a 39-year-old man, Kenneth Bailey, also known as rapper Young Scooter. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is live for us tonight right outside of Atlanta Police Headquarters. Cody, you just stepped out of that briefing from police. A lot going on tonight. What have you learned?
Well, Jennifer, the main thing we want to set straight here, the lieutenant over homicide with Atlanta police saying they did not, in fact, shoot Young Scooter. They say there were no shots fired during this ordeal tonight on William Nye Drive. I believe we have a live look at that scene right now. What Atlanta police say did happen this evening is that they were responding to a call from a home there on William Nye Drive involving a disturbance with weapons. As officers got on scene, they got reports that there was a woman involved in this, possibly shots fired, and that she was taken back into the home. However, at this hour, they cannot find that woman. What they did find in the home were two male suspects. One of those males returned from the home after running away. That second suspect never returned, and we're told as he was making his way from that home, he actually jumped two fences. It was during one of those jumps he landed and somehow broke a leg. Some were hearing initial reports it was a femur. Again, we don't know the details of exactly the injuries, but tonight the medical examiner says a cause and manner of death have not been confirmed. But again, this is now confirmed to be Bailey, a based rapper here in Atlanta known as Young Scooter. While there are reports coming in from across the country tonight that Atlanta police shot this rapper, they say that is in fact not true, and the GBI has been requested to that scene that you're looking at, William Nye Drive, to give a third-party investigation. But again, to walk you through, there's a lot of confusion tonight with this story. APD responded to that home involving a weapons dispute. At some point, they got a report shots were fired, and again, a woman might have been taken in the home when officers got there. They did not find that. They say those two men ran from the home. One returned to that house. The other one, who was young Scooter, again, jumped two fences, and during that run over those fences, he fell, and what we heard originally was fractured or broke his femur. He was rushed to Grady, where he died there in the ER. So again, a lot to still uncover on this situation, but Atlanta police wanted to make it very clear tonight. They are saying their officers did not fire a weapon, and that young Scooter died as he was fleeing from that scene on William Nye Drive. Of course, for his family, a heartbreaking situation and a very active investigation going on out there, not only with Atlanta police, but also with the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. They will do an independent investigation and release those findings in the coming weeks or months. But Jennifer, a busy night in Atlanta, and of course, this news hitting the industry.
Three officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was dragged back into the location. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. The officers then established a perimeter. During the process of establishing the perimeter, two males fled out of the rear of the house. One male returned back into the house. The other male jumped two fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. Officers rendered aid, and he was transported to Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. That male is going to be a 39-year-old male out of Atlanta. Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing. The second incident happened at Lucky Street and Mill Street. This call came up around 6:35 p.m. Where we had a group of individuals standing on a sidewalk. Our victim in this case approached the males. Some words were exchanged, which led to gunfire. The male that was shot is a 42-year-old male out of Charlotte, North Carolina. That male was transported to Grady Memorial. These two incidents are not related in any shape or form, and that's what we have for you.
Can we confirm that it's a known rapper that goes by the name of Young Scooter, the 39-year-old male?
We cannot at this point. That's a function of the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office once they notify the next of kin, so that we were premature on that.
And on the 42-year-old, you guys sent out a release originally saying that the man was deceased. He was not deceased?
Correct. Grady was able to bring him back in the trauma room, where he was taken to the operating room and is now in ICU.
So what was the discussion? What led to the 39-year-old having to flee from police? Can you give us a little bit more detail? Because it just seems, what exactly led to him running away?
So, again, there was a 911 call of dispute with shots fired and a female being dragged back into the residence. When officers arrived, a male initially opened the door, closed the door on the officer's face without communicating completely. That's when the officers established a perimeter and the two males fled. Why they fled, obviously, we can't speak for them. So it's still an active investigation.
Was the woman injured at all?
So we were not able to locate a female. We ended up with two males and the decedent.
Was the, and you said a dispute was started in a car, a moving car?
No, outside of the residence.
Outside of the residence, and then a woman was drugged back into the...
That's what was reported. We have not been able to substantiate any of that, which is also a part of our investigation.
And then when he jumped over the fence with one victim, what wound would, I guess, did he shoot himself?
No, there was no indication of anyone being shot. This appears that there was, when he fell, some type of fracture injuries to the leg, which caused the bleeding.
And to clarify, this wasn't any involvement with the Atlanta police as far as shooting?
Correct. There's no, in neither one of these cases were officers involved in shooting at all.
Will your agency be investigating everything internally, or have you guys?
So we do have, just because of the confusion, we have the GBI that's going to come out to the 39,
Okay,
location.
so GBI will come out and they'll independently look into what exactly
Correct.
happened? Okay.
Yeah, just to confirm.
But that one started with a 911 call of a dispute.
Correct.
That's why you guys got there, and then...
Dispute,
dragging
shots
the-
fired, woman being drugged back into the residence.
And not to add confusion to it, but switching back to Lucky Street and Mills Street.